In this video tutorial, we demonstrate how to show the predefined appointment form when the users of your application create events. The appointment form offers a user-friendly interface for creating and deleting appointments, adding recurrence to events, and event editing. We start by creating a new Java project in Eclipse, which we call Schedule Forms. We add a new class called MainWindow. In the directory of the project, we create a new folder called libs, and there we copy the JPlanner jar. This is the schedule library. We refresh the project in the Eclipse project tree and open the project properties. There, in the build path, we add a reference to the schedule jar. We edit the empty MainWindow class to make it extend the JFrame class and paste the standard code for creating a window and rendering it on the screen. We add the constructor of the MainWindow class. There we add the usual code for setting the default close operation, the size and title of the window. We declare a new variable, calendar, of class calendar. We need to import the scheduling namespaces, common and scheduling. Then we create a new instance of the calendar class and add it to the content pane. We use the border layout to stretch the calendar on the entire form. We begin initialization of the calendar. We set its current view to week range and end the initialization for now. When we run the project, we could see the form with the calendar. We can create appointments by selecting cells and typing into them. Let's add some customizations to the calendar. We check the online documentation about the Week Range Settings class. This is the class that contains all properties for customizing the week range view. We get the Week Range Settings object for the calendar and set the Week Range header style to title. This means the calendar will render the current week range in the title. We also specify the start and end dates for this calendar. Initially, we set them to span over 12 months. And we set the current date to be 8th of December. We also use the week range settings to set the day of week format to be full, which means the weekdays will not be abbreviated. If we run the calendar, we see that now we have the weekdays at the top and the names of the weekdays are full. Now we will add a calendar listener to the calendar instance. It takes an object of type calendar adapter. In the adapter, we add a method called showForm. This method takes a calendar item as a parameter. In the method, we create an appointment form using the item and we show it. There is one setting we would like to use for the calendar. It is Enable Drag Create. This means that items will be created when the user drags the mouse over calendar cells. Usually, items are created when the user types into the selected cells, but when this property is on, items will be created the moment the user selects cells. Let's look at the members of the Calendar Adapter class. Here, we have the Item Created event, which we can handle to show the form when a new item is created. And as we said, items now will be created when cells are selected. In the Event Handler, we need to clear the selection, which is of one cell at the beginning, and add all selected dates to the selection. We use the getStartTime and getEndTime methods of item. Finally, we show the form. Now if we run the application, we can see the appointment form rendering every time we select cells. If we create an appointment through it, it shows on the schedule. The recurrence option works as well. What seems intuitive now is to show the form when the user clicks on an item. This doesn't happen now, but we can implement it by handling the item click event. We add the event handler. It is of type item mouse event. We get the item that was clicked from the event arguments and provide it to the call of the showForm method. If we click on an event, now you can see that the form shows its title. Everything works well so far. However, when we try to delete an item through the form, the item is still on the schedule. In order to correct this, we will add a window listener to the form. This is a standard AWT window listener object, and we will override its window closed method. There we check if the result of the dialog is remove. If yes, we check if the item is an occurrence or an exception. Exceptions and occurrences are the copies of an event that is recurring at given interval. If it is, we mark this item as an exception, e.g., it will not occur. If the item has no recurrence, we just remove it from the schedule. Now we can try to delete an event through the form. Yes, it works. We create a recurrence for an event. Let's delete one of the occurrences. As you see, the other occurrences remain. And this is the end of this tutorial. Thank you for watching, and thank you for your interest in MindFusion Developer Tools.